Well, I'm saying, why have I got two rifles sitting here today? Well, there's been a lot of controversy over these two rifles. This is my 1903, model 1903 Springfield. This one, according to the serial number, is one I bought from my uncle for about $150 back in 1970. He sporterized it. This is from the U.S. Springfield Armory. And it says model 1903, serial number 1385434. It was made in 1931. Well, 1903, they did come out in 1903. But yeah, the controversy was with this. This is actually a model 98 Mauser that I sporterized also. And the whole controversy is over the bolt. This bolt inside there. That and the rifle itself, not so much the question, it's the bolt that was used in the rifle that was exactly the same. It's the Mauser bolt in there. Okay, well, that was one of the problems. The other was the 30-06 round itself. And if we go on to read here, this is actually from, these are patent infringements on guns and the cartridge itself. And if you go ahead and you take a look, the U.S. government infringed upon Mauser patents, and then Mauser sued the U.S. government and won. This is inaccurate if we are to believe a recognized definitive source on the M1903 rifle. The 03 Springfield Rifles Era by Clark S. Campbell. He devotes a chapter to the subject and basically says that it was a chief of ordnance, Brigadier General Crozier, who initiated contact with Mauser in 1904. So just basically after these things were in production, asking about royalties that the U.S. government may have to pay to Mauser. Amicable discussions continued subsequently. Followed an agreement was worked out, and the U.S. government did pay Mauser $200,000. Paid to Mauser by the time the agreement was ended in 1909. So they went on with talks for about 5 years before they came up with that agreement. The other one is the claim of DWN against the U.S. government. Well, that's actually a German Deutschwerks is what it is. They actually manufactured a 30-06 round with a Spitzer type bullet or a pointed bullet. Well, the 30-06 round with Spitzer type of bullet infringed upon a U.S. patent design assigned to DWN. The chief of ordnance denied the claim, citing work by the U.S. government on pointed bullets going back to 1894, predating DWN patent. DWN did sue, but World War I started in 1914, and the suit was set aside. After the U.S. entered the war, the U.S. government seized the patent, and the Attorney General dismissed the lawsuit. Subsequent to the war, a tribunal set up to settle claims by German nationals ruled that while the claim was not valid, the U.S. government had seized a patent in violation of treaty, presumably a patent treaty. So DWM, now here we go again, the U.S. government paid DWM $412,520.55 to settle the dispute. And they're being held that there was no patent infringement. Well, no, but they seized, they went ahead and they took over the patent illegally. So that's what it was. So that was caused by the fact that this bullet had empty shells in it. No. It had a pointed type bullet. Well, this one here is semi full jacketed, but it was a Spitzer type bullet that was the problem. So yeah, there were two different infringements basically by the U.S. government against Germans, or Germany, and the basically stealing patents. So yeah, the U.S. government did a lot of weird things. This one here actually is a Gewehr 98. It was manufactured in 1942, and it used to be a complete military rifle, but when I sporterized it, I took the military sights off, and then I actually had to go to a gunsmith to have them nickel plate the bolt and turned it down so that I could use a scope on it. At the time, it was a straight bolt and it would run into the thing. But anyway, that being said, you would think a scoped rifle was better than one with iron sights. This 1931 Springfield, 1903, has Redfield peep sights. It's got iron sights. And get you closer, you can see that. But yeah, it's got peep sights. This thing here, this rifle, I've shot it for years. It is more accurate than a scoped rifle, by far. I've never had any trouble with it. But anyhow, there's a little history for you today about these two rifles. And Spitzer type bullet. And that's going to be it for now.